Good evening. Sad news tonight out of Washington, D.C. The White House is currently under attack by pro-Palestinian terrorists. We used to call them protesters, and then some call them rioters, but let's call them what they are. They're terrorists. The current news report states anti-Israel protesters and rioters gathered outside the White House Saturday night, with some demonstrators damaging the security fence and hurling objects at all the police there. As you know, the White House is protected by the Secret Service and the Capitol Police. The demonstrators were heard chanting "Ceasefire now" and "Free, free Palestine," with many waving Palestinian flags. "Yemen, Yemen, make us proud. Turn another ship around" was also recited at the demonstration hours after strikes were launched against the terrorist organizations in Yemen. The U.S. Secret Service told Fox News Digital that some fence were damaged outside the White House and that staff members and journalists have been relocated as a result. The White House also said on Saturday evening that President Biden is currently at Camp David and not at the White House. During the demonstration near the White House complex on January 13th, a portion of the anti-scale fencing that was erected for the event sustained temporary damage. The statement read, "The issues were promptly repaired on site by Secret Service support teams. As a precaution, some members of the media and staff in the proximity to Pennsylvania Avenue were temporarily relocated while the issue is being addressed," the statement said. The Secret Service has made no arrest associated with the march so far, and there was no other property damage to the White House or adjacent buildings at this moment. Metropolitan Police Department Chief Pamela A. Smith blasted illegal behavior from protesters in a press release tonight. "The right to peaceful protest is one of the cornerstones of our democracy, and the Metropolitan Police Department has long supported those who visit our city to demonstrate safely," Smith said in a statement. However, violence, destructive behavior, and criminal activity are not tolerated. The police chief added that some officers were assaulted by the demonstrators in Lafayette Park. While a majority of today's demonstration remained peaceful, there were instances of illegal and destructive behavior in Lafayette Park, including items being thrown at our officers, Smith explained. "We are supporting our partners at the United States Park Police as they investigate and hold those responsible accountable for their actions. This is a fluid and ongoing story that will change throughout the night. But let's just be plain, blunt, and honest with the American people for once, damn it. This is not protesters. These people that are popping up in their so-called protest across this country are Muslim, Islamic terrorists, and they bring with them young white idiots from our universities that believe in the ideology that they're spreading. They are against what is happening with Israel and Hamas. They support Hamas terrorists. And we also have members of our own United States Congress, Ilhan Omar and Rashid Tlaib, who also support terrorists. This is a wake-up call, America, and to those up in Washington, D.C., you need to do something about this. Call it what it is. They are terrorists. They are here, and they are disrupting American lives. And now they're destructing our White House. This is going too far. It's a matter of time before people are killed. We already have numerous terrorist organizations right now, currently, that's calling for violence here in America. We have Iran backing these terrorists all over the Middle East, attacking our U.S. forces in places like Iraq, for instance, and in the Persian Gulf area, and they're supplying weapons to these horrible terrorist organizations. It's time for bold leadership in Washington, D.C. to do something about it. The only way this was ever going to stop is, number one, we take political correctness out of the equation and stop basically treating them like a bunch of little children that don't know any better and slapping them on the hand. That's not going to work anymore. Our military forces need to take out Iran's military operation once and for all. And we need to go on a full-scale, full-blown assault of all terrorist organizations in Yemen, in Africa, and all throughout the Middle East. We have the capability to do it, damn it. And now they need to be unshackled and allowed to do their job. Without it, it's only going to get worse here in America. And then, for here in America, we need to stop putting the chains on our law enforcement officers. Allow them to go out and do what they need to do to protect our country. These are terrorists. Anyone waving a Palestinian flag in so-called protest in America, shutting down interstates and roads and streets, and now attacking our White House, is a terrorist, and they should be treated as such. And while we're at it, we need to shut down that fucking southern border that's now got a flow of terrorists coming across it before we lose this country. Folks, tonight, the United States of America, the White House on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, is under attack by Palestinian terrorists. That is exactly what they are, and that's how we need to call them, what we need to call them, by their real name. They're terrorists. They're not protesters. They're not rioters. And it's time that our leadership get off their dead ass and do what they were sent to Washington, D.C. to do, which is protect we the people. If you can't do it, get the hell out of the way, and we will get veterans, United States military veterans across this country to band together, and we will take care of this issue for you. This has gone on too long, and it's going on way, way further than it needs to go. Stop cuddling these little assholes and do something about it. Stop this terrorist activity in America now, or stand the fuck back and allow military veterans to group up, band together, and we will gladly go to the streets and take care of this problem for you, since our leadership across this country is too weak and too pussified to do a damn thing about it. This is America, damn it. The home of the free, the home of the brave, and many men and women have died and shed blood for our freedoms and our Constitution that have been trampled on by terrorists that have been allowed to flourish in America for way too long. This is a wake-up call, America. This is a wake-up call. God bless. I hope that our leadership does the right thing and takes these terrorists out once and for all, here in America and overseas. As more breaks on this story, I'll be sure to come out and do another report about it. Until then, God bless, and may you all have a wonderful and blessed weekend.